Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. I'm Brent Reed from Wertheim Global Solutions. Welcome to Proactivity 101, Fix Broken Database Links, a session focused on referential integrity management for eDOCS. Today we're going to look at a quiet but critical issue in every eDOCS library. What happens when the database does not enforce referential integrity? Most organizations only notice the symptoms. Documents missing from searches, profiles pointing to invalid metadata, the inability to save documents, strange security behavior, or inconsistent results that make users lose confidence in the system. Behind all of that is a simple reality. eDOCS does not use SQL Server's built-in referential integrity features, so the database itself does nothing to enforce the relationships that eDOCS depends on. That means eDOCS, and anything integrating with it, must maintain those links on its own. And whenever something bypasses that process, broken metadata begins to accumulate. In this session, I'll explain what referential integrity is, why it matters so much in eDOCS, how these problems develop, and how our referential integrity report and repair tools help you identify and fix these issues before they impact your users. Let's get started. Referential integrity refers to the rules that keep database relationships valid. In eDOCS, this means that when a profile points to a matter, a user, a client, or a document type, that value must exist. When these relationships are intact, the system behaves exactly as expected. When they're not, the system starts producing inconsistencies that often seem random or unexplained. This foundational concept sets the stage for why these tools are so important. Consider how your debit card works. Your card is linked to your bank info, which links to your accounts, and so on. Referential integrity matters because nearly everything in eDOCS depends on valid metadata links. Searching, profiling, saving documents, security checks, indexing, workflows, they all assume those links are correct. When they aren't, the system becomes unpredictable. It's not just an IT issue, it can affect productivity, accuracy, compliance, and user trust. Referential integrity ensures that all the links necessary for your debit card to work smoothly every time you use it. Imagine you try to use your debit card and you can't because those links break down. In a traditional SQL database, the database engine enforces those rules automatically. It prevents invalid values from being inserted, stops parent rows from being deleted when they're still in use, and ensures that updates don't break relationships. In systems where the database handles this for you, broken metadata simply cannot occur. In eDOCS, the situation is different. Because the eDOCS database does not enforce these rules itself, the software has to do all the work to try to enforce them. eDOCS is responsible for keeping the links between tables accurate. Integrations and third-party tools can bypass eDOCS validation, and even internal bugs can have the same effect. When linked metadata is changed or removed without considering dependencies, profiles and related tables are left pointing to something that no longer exists. Over time, that naturally leads to a growing number of broken links unless they are actively monitored and repaired. Missing links in eDOCS usually start with processes that bypass normal validation. Bulk imports that don't use eDOCS profiling APIs can create profiles with blank, incomplete, or invalid metadata. Third-party applications that update the database directly can introduce values that have no corresponding parent row. Deleting or altering metadata rows in SQL without checking dependencies can orphan large numbers of profiles, and there is always the possibility of an internal eDOCS failure that leaves records only partially written. When metadata links anywhere in the eDOCS database become missing or invalid, the system doesn't fail loudly, it fails silently. Search returns incomplete results. Users may not be able to save documents. Items disappear from workspaces. Indexing quietly skips affected rows. Security inheritance behaves unpredictably. Ethical walls may not secure everything they should. Administrative or analytical reports show incomplete data. Imported images appear to vanish. Closing processes leave related items scattered and open. These problems occur because any broken link between any two related tables, not just profiles and matters, creates gaps in the metadata chain that eDOCS depends on for searching, security, workflows, indexing, and reporting. Over time, these silent inconsistencies accumulate, are misinterpreted as eDOCS acting strange, and eventually erode user confidence in the system. The root cause is almost always the same: invalid or missing referential links somewhere within the metadata structure. Our approach to identifying and repairing broken links in eDOCS is implemented as two SQL Server stored procedures. Both use the eDOCS data dictionary to understand how tables are related, scan the metadata for missing or invalid links, and then present the results in a way that administrators can act on. One procedure focuses on reporting only, and the other adds controlled, automated repair, so the problems don't just get identified, they actually get fixed. The free Referential Integrity Report for eDOCS focuses entirely on visibility. It dynamically uses the docs column data dictionary to discover relationships, scans the eDOCS tables for missing or invalid metadata links, and automatically identifies broken foreign keys and foreign candidate keys. It supports exclusions, has options to control what's included, generates detailed reports, exports to CSV or email, and can be scheduled to run on a regular basis. Most importantly, it makes no changes to the database. The benefits of the free version are straightforward but significant. It uncovers hidden structural issues before they become outages, prevents search failures and access surprises, and gives administrators long overdue visibility into the problems that may have been building for years. It supports troubleshooting, audits, migrations, and upgrades, and it enables proactive maintenance instead of reactive firefighting. And because it's free, safe, and read-only, there's really no downside to running it regularly. This slide shows an example of the free report output. The idea is to give you a clear, actionable view of where the problems are, which tables and columns are affected, what types of issues were found, and how widespread they are. It's the kind of report you can share with stakeholders to justify repair work, or with partners and support teams to guide remediation efforts. The licensed Referential Integrity Report and Repair for eDOCS builds on the free version by adding repair capabilities. It includes all the reporting features, but can also repair and/or replace invalid links with administrator-approved values. It can also insert missing metadata when appropriate, and clean up all related tables that contain invalid or missing links. Every action is logged and designed to be repeatable and controlled, so remediation is systematic rather than ad hoc SQL work. On top of repairs, the licensed version adds two powerful audit reports. The link count summary report shows how many rows reference each metadata value, which helps you understand the overall impact of specific issues and decide where to focus repair efforts. The volatile activity report highlights high-velocity changes and trends over time, comparing current activity against a prior period to reveal unusual spikes, potential workflow problems, or suspicious behavior. Together, these turn referential integrity maintenance into a useful data intelligence capability. The benefits of the repair version are both technical and operational. It restores database integrity without manual SQL intervention, fixes issues that block searches or check-ins, and stabilizes indexing, workflows, integrations, and upgrades. It reduces administrative effort and risk, prevents recurring link failures by normalizing metadata, and ultimately protects business continuity, so from the user's perspective, the system just works. Here we see an example of the repair results. Just like the free report, the repair output is detailed and transparent, showing exactly what was found and what was changed. This documentation is important not only for the troubleshooting and validation, but also for governance and audit purposes. You have a clear record of the corrections that were made and why. Both the free and licensed versions share several important operational capabilities. They log every step, action, and result. Allow these logs to be reviewed or archived, and can be run interactively in SQL Server. They support exclusions, email summaries, and CSV exports, and they are designed to be safe to run without schema changes or downtime. The intent is full transparency, traceability, and repeatability. This slide compares the free and licensed versions side by side. The simple way to think about it is that the free version gives you awareness. It shows you what's wrong, while the licensed version adds action and prevention. It not only identifies the issues, but also repairs them and helps stop them from quietly reaccumulating over time. From a business standpoint, managing referential integrity protects the organization. It prevents silent data corruption and document loss, ensures accurate search, profiling, and security enforcement, and reduces compliance, audit, and regulatory exposure. It also strengthens operational resilience by eliminating outages caused by broken metadata links, improving indexing, workflows, integrations, and upgrades, and reducing the number of unexpected emergencies IT has to respond to. There are also clear financial and stakeholder benefits. By avoiding large, one-off SQL repair projects, you reduce support tickets, troubleshooting time, and user downtime. You extend the life and ROI of your existing eDOCS investment. At the same time, you enhance client and stakeholder confidence because documents are retrievable, properly secured, and governed under a defensible, proactive process. And because adoption is low risk, no downtime, no schema changes, fully logged and repeatable, it's a practical step rather than a disruptive project. This slide outlines the published pricing for the licensed report and repair version. Pricing is based on the number of eDOCS user licenses and includes 1 year of maintenance and technical support. Partners receive a share of the licensing revenue, and maintenance covers ongoing updates, compatibility, bug fixes, and enhancements. Custom changes, or work with altered versions, can be handled separately on a time and materials basis, so organizations only pay for the extra help they actually need. And we've seen today, missing or invalid metadata links aren't just a technical nuisance. They can cause real operational security and compliance problems throughout an organization. The good news is that these issues are completely preventable with the right tools and the right process. Our free version gives you deep visibility into the health of your eDOCS metadata, helping you identify structural problems before they become outages. And the licensed version takes you the rest of the way, automatically repairing broken links, stabilizing the system, and preventing the ongoing drift that every eDOCS library experiences over time. Both versions are safe to run, fully logged, and designed to help administrators manage an eDOCS with confidence rather than firefighting after something breaks. If you'd like a demo, a copy of the free version, or assistance with setup or evaluation, please reach out. I'd be happy to walk you through the options and help you determine the best approach for your environment. Thank you for watching and for taking the steps to proactively protect your eDOCS investment.